Okay. This is, I wouldn't say this is a game review so much. It's actually more like going to be some sort of a usability review or an interface review. I'm not looking to critique the game so much. It's a good game. This game is called Phasmophobia. It's a game about identifying ghosts in a haunted house for the most part. You have a series of tools that you need to buy to bring along on your ghost hunts, tools to help you identify the ghost. The system that they came up with, however, for the menu system for your inventory in the game is kind of unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. I know it's going to get fixed at some point, and I wanted to have a record of how just bizarrely bad they managed to make this menu. Um, let me jump in really quickly. A couple of things. The board here is the menu, but also if I hit the spacebar, I kind of zoom to it and away from it, so I can use like a menu. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. This is fine. This is the level select. It's very thematic. You know, they do a lot of stuff like this. Let me show you just the truck. This is where what kind of your base of operation when you're out on a mission. They do other sort of objectives and whatnot here, and then these screens kind of display where a couple different things about the house. You get a map, you get your sanity meter, things like that. These are all cool, kind of like some of this interface, very neat. And then this is where all your tools hang up that we're going to get into. So this is the practical application of the tools is you start in this van and you grab what you need off of this pegboard. Also, kind of a neat, feels very thematic, fits the game really well. They could have had you, pick things out of a menu, but they chose to do sort of this realistic approach, which is cool. Um, here's where it starts to fall down a little bit. Now, these are all the tools over here. This kind of looks like, almost like this would be a store, potentially. Or maybe not a store, maybe somewhere you come and ask like a clerk for certain materials, whatever. A rental system, a shop, whatever. That's so. And here are all the tools that you need. Actually, some tools in here, and I know, development is ongoing. Some of these are tools, and some of them are actually sort of extra things. I don't know if they're intended to be used for something later. Don't know. But a lot of the tools you need are on this wall. All the popular salt, crucifix, ghost hunting things. All right. So what you do when you're in the game proper is you take stuff off of the pegboard, right? Um, that is not the case here. You can't interact with these at all. I'm not truly sure what they're there for. Like I said, some of them aren't even real tools that are available in the game. So remember I showed you this menu thing? You fly to this menu. That's kind of cool, but it's also like up on the board. If I click on it, like I will interact with it. So that's also kind of neat. This is kind of neat too. I guess I need to go into a game. Let me just go into a game really quickly. Alright, now I'm in a game. That was fast. And when I'm in a game versus I guess when I load it in, not a lot of difference. Except for now I have options on this board as far as the type of mission. And I was doing this mission, so let me go back to, alright, so just the, whatever, intermediate difficulty. So you get this equipment list. Okay. That's what's going to show up in the van when you get there to your mission. Cool. For now. You can kind of scroll through it. It's fine. You can see what you have. This is some default inventory they give you. So if I were just to go on a mission with no tools, because I just got the game, you don't earn any money initially. You just start with these tools. You can do a lot of ghost hunting with few things. and then you slowly make money towards just, you can buy whatever you want. Okay, that's all well and good. Oops. Well, let's talk about what I just did there. Uh, Remember how you can hit spacebar to come back to and away from the menu? I've done this countless times. I just did it without thinking. I hit what kind of seems like the back button, but and it even the word kind of hints at back. It is not back. The word I clicked was leave. Um, I meant to leave this menu. What I did was I left the game session that I was in. This is more of a problem when you're playing with other people, because if you do that, you get disconnected from that game you're in with those people, and you have to either join back up or, get this key from them again. It's uh, it's surprising, and I just surprised myself that I meant to go back, so I hit what seems like it should be the back button, and it's not. So that's that's one. I think it wasn't even building towards that. So it's a little intermission to show you one other oddity of the menu structure here. So we have our list here. We have our not store, but we have this equipment. Okay, here in the corner here. By the way, if you're in the corner and you're in a game with someone else, or if you're looking at the board like this in a game with someone else, and they hit the space bar, your head will be right here. So a lot of times standing in this little corner is problematic for that reason, because suddenly you're in front of their actual menu that they need to use to play the game just by also accessing a different menu. Kind of problematic that they make this corner have, the store interaction, the level select interaction, and this interaction, but also you can get to it from anywhere, and it does not filter out people that might actually be standing there. So here we are at the store. This is the actual store. That back there, nothing. This is the store. And remember how we've had these kind of neat interfaces? Where you can take something off the wall. You can pick up this clipboard to see what the missions are. That's pretty cool. We've had some really cool interactions. We're about to go into what is the unbelievable architecture of this menu. Will shock you. I'm going to say that right now. This will surprise you. Here's the store. But no, actually this isn't the store. I came into my loadout. This looks like a place where you might be able to get some of these things. It is not. It is in fact my loadout. What does that mean? As you remember, you can play this and frequently are playing this with other people. You have some number of items you can bring along, and you have this concept of a loadout. Alright, let's dig into this loadout. This is loadout 1. This is loadout all. And then, so, all. I get the concept of a loadout as a set of equipment. So it starts me on a 1. I get this would be a different loadout. So if I had certain ghost hunting equipment that I wanted to bring on some missions versus other missions, maybe you have the only real reason to do that, by the way, would be if you're doing something where you're providing more of the equipment than you usually do. In a game with other people, maybe you're the person who's bringing more stuff and you're going to play a little safer, whatever. You're the van guy. Sometimes we do it that way. That's really the only reason I can think of why you wouldn't just bring the same kind of set of equipment on every mission. It's not like they change what you can and can't bring very much. They change a little with people, but they don't change. It's not like, oh, some missions you can and can't bring things. That isn't the case. I'm not sure why there are 2 of these, except for we're going to need it later. So right now, let me see. I almost don't want to do this because this loadout I like a lot, and I'm going to mess it up. And I'm afraid that if I mess it up, I won't be able to put it back. We're going to do this anyway. Okay, so I think what we need to do I have some things in this table. Let's look at this table for a minute. One, owned and loadout is the header for this. Owned is the number that you have, and loadout is the number that's in this loadout. If I go to this loadout, I don't have these nothing's in this loadout. This loadout is empty, and I keep it empty for a reason. In this loadout, I have a bunch of stuff. So to change these numbers, I have to find, so this is video camera. If I don't want to have 3 of these in my loadout, I would do this. Now, I push the plus on the video camera over here, and if you look over here, alright, this is how many video cameras I have now. Okay, so that's how you change the number of video cameras you would have. Okay, that's what's in this loadout. Now, what we have to do is get this loadout, because you'll notice my stuff isn't here in this list. We have to get this loadout somehow to go on that list. Fortunately, we have a button for that. It's not super apparent, but if I hit add here, what that means is it's going to take what's in my loadout and add it to the board here. Aha. Now something's changed. We got these yellow things on the items. So we still have a number in our loadout. But now we have 4 video cameras in the truck out of a 6 total. We added 3 of those. So 1 is the base equipment. And you can see where it tells you what's the base equipment versus what's your equipment versus what your friend's equipment is. No, this is just a number, how many total. But what if I add 4 video cameras and so does my friend? Whose video cameras? I'm assuming it's the person who adds them first, but I have no idea. Why is it important whose video cameras, who brings how many, and because when you die in this game, you lose all your equipment. So if you bring 4 video cameras on a thing and you die because the ghost catches you during a hunt, you lose all 4 of your video cameras. So you might not want to bring 4 video cameras. You may want to bring 2 video cameras just to play it safe if you have more video cameras. Or you may want to make sure you don't add 4, so when your friend adds their stuff, you split it. So sometimes you want to change what you're bringing along based on that. So I added mine. So if I didn't, maybe I wanted to remove my items from the vehicle now. I'm like, okay, well we've got 4 video cameras, but yeah, let's back that off a little bit. If we die in this hard mission, I don't want to run the chance that we lose all of this stuff. Let me just remove this. I've hit remove now. Let's just make okay, great. So we've removed everything in that list. Perfect. Sorry, somebody was honking outside. We've removed everything from that list. If we want to add it back in, easy enough. But what if we just want to remove a couple things from this list? So I guess we can say remove, and then again, the yellow things here, I guess are maybe I don't have to go back to the board. I guess I'm comfortable going back to the board, but you know what? If I look at these numbers, dang it, I can see that what we're down to. So now, if I do 1 less video camera and hit add, we go up to 3 out of 6. Perfect. So long as you take everything out and then change this around, you can put it back in. It's not it's not what I wanted to. It's not what I thought. It's not how I imagined this worked initially. For some reason, it seemed to me that I should be able to just hit. Okay, I've added 1 more. Now I can add that. But now I should have gone to 4 video cameras. I actually went to 6 video cameras. This is the way I expected that it would work. But if I do that, what I've actually just done is added everything that I've selected here to the van twice. That's why now we're up to higher numbers of everything, except for this one, and I'll get to that. And that's why we're at higher numbers of everything, because I've gone and added my thing twice when I really just wanted to add one more video camera and add that in. That's how I expected it would work. So now I've had to hit remove twice because I've actually added that inventory in twice. Added it once. Now I've hit remove. I actually have to hit No, I don't know actually what's happening now. Honestly, I don't. I don't know. It took this amount of stuff out of each one. So it took out 3 video cameras. I now have numbers of things that I had no intention of. I don't know why this is the way. So I don't know why this is the way this is, since I added it twice and removed it once, but it doesn't have everything that I would have had. So now I hit remove. Now I hit add. Things that I don't know, it removed some number of these things that I would have had and left some number of other things. It's man. It's late to be, whatever. It's late night. People are honking their horns. It's crazy. I don't know. It's not the 4th of July or something. It's just like a regular old Friday night. Anyway, I hit remove. It takes me, in this case, since I only added it once and the numbers didn't get goofed up, this is the problem. So what we've gotten used to doing is if I hit add, but I actually want to remove just 1 or 2 things, I gotta go, I'll go to my second loadout, and I'll hit plus to get 2 in this list, and then I'll remove it. Now I have a number, and then don't forget to clear this, because I keep this one blank so I can make small changes to what I add from this loadout. Why? This is so bizarre. So what? So the other thing is, this is also the store. I'm just getting started. I don't even know what's happening now. Okay, I think that's good. This is also the store. Before, when I said, I added it twice, but we didn't get any more video cameras or tripods, I only have 3 tripods. I don't have a good reason so far to have more tripods than that. So now I have the number of tripods that it added is 3, because that's all I have. So if I want to buy another tripod, I can do that from this screen in this shop storage screen. I'm not sure why that's what it says. It's the shop. I guess I'm not sure what storage means, because this is just where I buy things. Maybe they meant to call the shop storage or something at some point. It's never mentioned that that's the case, but whatever. It might be the case. Some lore, unwritten, or spoken, or mentioned at all. Who knows? So in here it tells me how much money I have up in the top right hand corner, and then it shows me what I'm buying at the moment. This menu has made me screw up what equipment to buy when I was on a budget. Because you don't have a ton of money. 4,000 is a ton in this game now. Now I have that. When I've had not enough to buy all the equipment I wanted to, and I died, and then I came into here and didn't understand how this menu worked, and bought 12 crucifix when I don't need that many. I will never need. That's 6 deaths with. Yeah, that's 6 deaths worth of crucifix. Yet I've done that because what you do is, if you want to buy a candle, all right, great, you can buy a candle. Then if you're like, oh, actually, you know what? Shoot, I'd also like to buy some salt. I've already bought the candle. The candle's still on my list. If I hit buy, I will buy the candle again. So I don't need 15 candles, but I've done that before. I'm like, yeah, you know what? 2 candles, and I need a lighter, and then I buy, and then I'm like, oh yeah, remember I didn't have enough tripods. Now I'm buying all this shit. I'm buying all this again and again because you have to clear these out. Like, oh, actually, if I want a tripod, I have to say specifically, when you hit buy, it doesn't clear these out like you kind of expect it would, and then you buy 15 candles when you can never bring that many, and it will take you many deaths to need that many candles. Okay, so, and then once you buy it, I'm gonna buy a tripod because I need one anyway. Or I need two. Double checking, and I'm only buying the tripod and clicking the minus, so I don't accidentally buy it again if I think of something when I'm over here. Because even now, back over, it's still checked. I left the tab. If I look, oh, you know what? I should get that one more tripod. I'm back to here. Okay, well, tripod's not the perfect example, but yeah, hit plus again. Now I bought 3 tripods because I bought the first one. I bought again twice, and then again this can add up if you're going back and forth trying to figure out what you need after you die and you lose all your stuff. I now have 4 tripods. I bought one, so if I want to add 4, now remember, I've added this stuff to the van already. It's in the yellow. Or if I look here, it's there, which I do tend to come out and look at this thing. You need to when you play with other people. If I want to add this one tripod in, I do not click this again to get to 5. I at this point I actually don't know what I want to do. So this is when I'll get this number to be how many I want total. I'll come back over here. I'll add a tripod and hit remove. Okay, so now I come back over here. Okay, perfect. So now I have 2. I know I have 2 out of 5. I want to bring 4. So I'll add it plus twice. I should have removed it from the car. You know what? I gotta remove everything. That's the way to do it. Hit remove, get everything. Wait, did I get everything out? Yeah. Get everything out, and then add it back in. There we go. Okay, now we got everything. We got our 4 tribe. This is how you have to work this menu. It is bizarre. I'm telling you what I've learned through 20 hours of playing this game. Without someone telling you how to do this, let's see. Does it tell me somewhere how many of these things I own? Yeah, I mean, I own 9 smudge sticks. You really can only use 4 maximum. I have 6 lighters. I think I had more and then I died a few times. I had a ton of lighters. Chances are you're bringing even if you're bringing for the whole group, you're going to bring 4 max. You don't need this many at any given time. Stocking up on these has no advantages in this game. Like, if spending all this money on equipment has no advantage. I only need to own what I want to bring. And then when you finally get all that sorted out, and you double check it, and everything's good to go, sorry. I can't hit the ready up button because I didn't go over to here and actually pick a level. Pick this one. I don't want to actually deal with anything, so since I'm just going to talk about it, kind of show the completion of, there we go, we'll just leave it at this one. This is the easiest one. Just to go in. Okay, so now remember I can hit spacebar. If I'm standing there, I can't click ready up, but it will open that. But now I'll be in the way of anyone else in my group. And I can hit start, and this will kind of come full circle because we started in the van. This will take me into the mission where I can get spooked. And here are all the things that I brought along from the menus. And remember this board I was showing you, now it's got the objectives on it. I like how they do this. You've got your clipboards for the yeah, even right now it's like kind of giving this little, like, I don't know if it's these computer speakers or whatever. I'm getting like a little radio that gives me some ideas of what we might find in the house as far as items. You've got daily tasks, and this is cool. You can still mess with this clipboard. You can put stuff back on the wall except for well, not these clipboards, but it's fine. If you have any of this stuff down, you can put it back on the wall, and even like put your cameras on the tripods. All this really fun, interactive, and then when you're in the house and you're carrying the tripod with you. If I can open this up. Sometimes hard to see this little white circle in the middle, but frequently it's not a problem. You can. There's a lot of this cool, bizarrely enough. So now I'm, in this house. There's really cool, like, ooh, I hear a door moving already. So we set this camera down. It faces the wrong way. That's not a huge problem. I was looking for a light. It's kind of dark and, spooky. When you open doors, I'm actually like clicking and dragging. They have all this like very fun. Oh, it's a lamp. That's right. They have all this very fun like like you have to click the light switches. Which when you're getting chased by a ghost and you're scared. The ghost might be right here. When you have to click the yeah. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Found the ghost room. Usually you're spending a lot of time looking for where the ghost might be. In this case, the ghost appears to be in the foyer. Sorry, I didn't mean to spook you. I didn't mean to spook myself. That's the game, though. And so a lot of stuff, a really fun game. I really like, you have 3 options, so now I can grab stuff off the wall. I always go and grab, I guess I threw a video camera in there already. You can only hold 3 things. You can switch your cameras. So this is the camera I put in the house. It's facing the wrong way, which is another small issue. And then, so we've got, you put these video cameras out. There are a lot of things you have are deployable. You have some, fun little tools and stuff. So I'm going to, you can do clever things with your equipment. I can put this out and I can put this camera right in front of it. So now I can actually go into the van and get a view of this monitor that's on. And also have the view of I have to turn the other way. Get a view of this hallway here where we initially got spooked earlier. So now when I'm back in the safety of the van, I have eyes on things. They have a lot of really fun interfaces in this game. That use objects you might think. So now we have our meter. When the ghost is around, this thing will go off. It's some neat stuff they have going. Yep, see there's weird spooky stuff happening in the house. They just completely dropped the ball on the loadout menu. It's atrocious. The only reason I understand it is because the only reason I understand it at all is because we have 4 people trying to ponder over what it could possibly mean and finally deriving some sense of what's going on after playing, hundreds of missions, at least 100 missions. So it's crazy. I felt the need to document the crazy. It's so bad it needed its own little overview, and I think they're doing a lot of really cool stuff with this game. I really like it's partially made for VR, which is why some of this interactive stuff is particularly cool. I'm not doing it in VR. I think that would be terrifying to do it in VR. It is a spooky game. You can be afraid at times in this game because you are so powerless against these ghosts. It's well done all the way around, but that menu it makes it hard to play. It makes it so frustrating that you miss some of the cool stuff that's going on in this game because you're frustrated about it. You didn't bring the right stuff because you didn't understand the menus. You bought the wrong stuff and then you couldn't afford the other tools that you needed. It's nuts. It's nuts how bad that menu. We got our ghost. it's nuts how bad that menu has made this game. Like it's so frustrating it can make you want to quit before you really get a chance to dig in and find all the juicy goodness in this thing. So it's unfortunate, and it needed to be recorded because I know they're gonna fix it. They have heard so much bad stuff um, about this menu system, and rightfully so. There are defenders out there. They're insane. Anyone who says this makes any sense at all, yeah, I don't know how there are people defending the menus. They're so hard to use, um, and they're so not intuitive that it hurts their game in a big way, which is just a great argument for doing good, not only having good UX folks at your game studio, as the case may be, or involving a UX person, somebody who's going to think about this stuff, especially when it comes to menus and interfaces and buying screens. But you know, doing any amount of you know work with your users, doing any kind of research. I can't imagine that they put something like this early idea of this in front of one person who doesn't go, what? Like that was me maybe 10 times with other people trying to tell me what's happening. Oh my goodness. Any case, now it's documented. Now you've listened far too long if you're still listening. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.